Hi, in this video I want to teach you how to make these Valentine's Day slippers. They are done at crochet and is for beginner, very easy to make, and here is the video. To make these Valentine's Day slippers, the yarn I'm going to use is Red Heart Super Saver. The color is red and it's worsted 4. The crochet hook 5 millimeters. You will need tapestry needle, scissor, and your 2 favorite flower. If you like these ones that I use, I have a tutorial in my channel how to make these flowers. They are very easy to make. This is a beginner tutorial, either for the flower or the slipper. Okay, let's start with our project. Something that I wanted to mention: if you're going to use my flower and you go to the tutorial and make the flower, leave a tail for sewing. Mine don't have any because I made this flower for the tutorial, and I will get a strand of yarn and sew it. But for you, if you're making it, just leave a tail and it will be easier for you. Here I want to show you how you're going to measure your chain. I mark my foot, but you don't have to mark if you don't want. You just can measure in your own foot. You're going to do a chain measuring from here, from your heel to the tip of your toe, plus 1 chain. Whatever length, plus 1. And don't go stretching your chain to get it the side, because otherwise when you let it go it will be too small. For me, I did 30 chain and was 1 chain too short. That's why I said do a plus 1, that way it's a little loose in the front. And that is my tip. This is a beginner project, like I said before, and it's very easy to make. You're gonna leave a tail long enough to sew this part here, the heel of the slipper, and I'm gonna leave around that length there. It's better to leave extra and not enough. I'm gonna do a slip knot, and for me I'm gonna do 30. You will do whatever amount is the size of the feet that you're doing. Either it's yours or somebody as a present, even for a kid or whatever you like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm gonna do 30. So I'll meet you here when I have my 30 chains. Don't go stretching like that, you see, because and then when you let go it will be here. I have my 30 chains and I'm gonna chain 1, and that is not the extra that you guys are supposed to do. This is an extra one, that way we can turn with our single crochet. Chain 1, and you're gonna work in 1 strand of yarn in the top, not the 2. Usually we grab 2, but no, this one is only the 1 in the top. Usually we go like that and leave only 1 here. No, this time we leave in 2 in here, like that. You're gonna do your amount of single crochet. For me are 30 single crochet, and always working in that single strand of yarn. This is for a beginner's project, and if you've never done single crochet, you're gonna pass your chain, pass your hook through the chain and the top, and the strand of yarn on the top. You have 2 loops, and grab another loop and pass it through those 2, and you have your single crochet. And you're gonna continue all the way to the end. Here I finished my first row of single crochet. Now we're going to chain 1. We're going to turn or work around, and we're going to go to work in the back strand of yarn here, and this in the back loop in here of the single crochet. You're going to continue with your single crochet by working in this strand of yarn in the back. You see you have like a V, but you're going to grab the one in the back, leaving this one in the front. Like that, you're going to work the same amount of chain that you did. You're gonna do the same amount of row. Okay, for me I was short 2 chains for my slipper, so the length that the amount of row that I did for mine was 32. If you did, for example, 20 chain, you will do 20 row. If you do 25, you will do 25 row. Just depend on the amount of chain that you did. You're going to continue single crochet in the back loop all the way and to create these ridges, and you will work all the way until you have the same amount. Remember, the same amount of chain that you did here, you will have a rows. Here I wanted to show you one more time for those very beginners that want one more. You're going to chain one, turn your work around, and you're going to grab in the first one here the back strand of yarn or the back loop, and you're going to do your single crochet always in the back loop. And we're working now in the width of the slipper. This one is the length of the foot. Now we're working on the width. So I'll meet you here when I finish mine. Here I finished the size that I want, and make sure that you finish the opposite side of the tail. You see, I have this tail that started here, and the other one in the other side. You're going to chain one, and you're going to cut a very long tail. That way you can sew here and sew together the top of the slipper. Okay, so I'm going to cut a tail long enough for that. Here is the tail that I cut long enough. And it's better, like I always say, it's better to cut enough than no, to start working and you don't have enough tail. It's better to cut at least the extra. You're going to pass your yarn through that chain one, and you're going to pull your tail, and now I go with the tapestry needle, we're going to close our slipper. Now you're going to, with the tapestry needle, you're going to go here at the tip. You will see that one side look like the outside and the other one the inside. You always see that in this type of stitch. And the tail that I start is in this size, and then the other one in here in front of me. And then you're gonna go like in top of each rigid, and you're gonna pass your tapestry needle all the way to the end, and you're gonna pull to close tight the front, like this one here. This is the other one that I already made. You're going to end with the slipper just like this, and remember, these are beginners slippers. They're very easy to make. Here I pass it through. We're going to pull really tight, and we're going to go to the tip where we start, and we're going to pass it through and tie it very tight as we can. And close that there very tight. Now I'm gonna sew it again, and now we're gonna sew here in the top. I left 16 single crochet without working, and then here I will sew 14. Okay, and that 16 will be the opening for your foot, and then after we'll sew here. Here we're gonna sew in a zigzag, sewing from this side to this one, matching every single stitch. And remember, for me, because there were 30, I left 16 without working, and I will sew 14. And then I will sew twice or 3 times, reinforce the last stitch, and then from there I will sew the back. So you're gonna be sewing like that in a zigzag until you thread it on, and you sew until you like until you close what you like. You leave the opening the size that you fit your foot through. Sorry, my blah. You're gonna sew like this, and it will look really nice. And here, so I'll meet you here when I have my 14 and the opening for my foot. Okay, here I finish, and here I'm gonna reinforce this 3 times. I already have 2, and this one 3, and I'm gonna bring it in. This is with more pressure for opening and closing your slipper, and now through the inside you're gonna lose this tail. Now we're gonna sew the back of the slipper, and you're gonna sew it inside out. And you're gonna make sure that you pass it a couple of times through here, through the tip, because you need to reinforce that in the corner. Now you're gonna match every stitch to every stitch here, because it's the same amount, and you're gonna sew in a zigzag, grabbing from that side to this side like this. You have to make sure that you match every single one, that way you get an even sew in the back. You're going to sew this all the way to the end, and then we'll be putting the flower, and that is the way it's going to finish when you finish sewing. Well, now I only have to sew the flower and top of my slipper, and I will have the set ready. And well, I hope you like it. And this is for the very beginner, you know, to practice a little bit of crochet and to do something creative. And they are not the most beautiful ones, but they are the easiest. They make a nice gift, or for you guys, for a kid, whatever you like. I hope you like it. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are not already subscribed, and have a great day. Bye.